past year or so, I've tested a ton of different screwdrivers, from electric screwdrivers of various sizes like the Fantech to smaller precision screwdrivers like the LTT and the iFixit screwdrivers. But I didn't know I was missing out on something else completely, something that gets rid of the bulkiness of bit storage, no matter how cool it looks, and pares everything down to a simple and elegant solution. A screwdriver in an EDC form factor, like this little guy. Now, it feels strange making a whole video on just a screwdriver, but I'm oddly obsessed with it, and I'm curious. Are we just buying overcomplicated and overpriced screwdrivers where cheaper and more convenient solutions already exist? Or is this tiny screwdriver what I thought it initially was, a gimmick? So if you're anything like me, you probably always keep a screwdriver close by, whether it's for fixing random stuff like your glasses, replacing an endless amount of batteries in your daughter's toys, or just tinkering with tech. And when you can't find one, you're screwed. Okay, that was a bad joke. I always have a screwdriver within arm's reach, whether it's on my desk or thrown in my backpack and carried around with me. But when your desk is packed full of projects you're working on and your backpack is overflowing with a tech jungle of a Steam Deck, a laptop, a portable monitor, random cables, not to mention real life stuff, you don't want to take a screwdriver kit that takes up precious real estate. But I found a screwdriver solution that solves that problem entirely, and that's this, the Precision Screwdriver Pen by HOTO. It's a tiny screwdriver that offers freedom from carrying around unnecessary bits and cases. It's so small, it fits easily in your pocket or the water bottle holder of your backpack. Can it even replace my LTT screwdriver? That's what I want to know. And I know what you're thinking, Betty. What about all the bits? Where are the bits? The bits. Where are they? Well, when I first tested it out, I was shocked to learn the screwdriver pen contains over 24 bits inside of it. Wait, what? You pull on the end and the bits are hidden inside. Now, this is nothing new. Other screwdrivers have bit storage like the iFixit Moray or the LTT screwdriver. So it's not some marvel or new technology, but the way they implemented it is really smart. All of the bits are double-sided to save you space, so 12 bits turn into 24. Who knew? Darth Mauling the bits was the secret to increased bit storage. These double-sided bits do come at a cost, which I'll get more into later. A little bit of foreshadowing for you. These bits are awesome though, because you have a huge selection to choose from, all built into the screwdriver itself. When compared to the iFixit Moray and the LTT Precision, which can only store 3 bits at a time, this is a huge jump. You literally get 8 times the bit storage, which feels game-changing. Do you even need a storage case anymore? Plus, when you open and close the storage, it makes a nice and satisfying sound. It's like a thunk and a pop mixed together, a pa-thunk, if you will. Compared to higher pitched sound of the LTT screwdriver, this is just so satisfying. Plus, you can also spin it to view all the bits and choose the one you want. Nice touch. The back cap of the screwdriver also spins when you press your palm into it as you press down to screw something. But unlike the loud fidget spinner on the screwdriver, this one is silent and smooth. So my biggest complaint about the LTT screwdriver is the fidget spinner, because while it's fun at first, it does get annoying after a while, especially when you spin it on accident, which happens way more than you may think. The HOTO one feels more functional and less distracting. Ah, so nice. All of these satisfying tactile features and increased bit storage gave me a ton of hope for this product after initially testing it. But what I really wanted to know is, are the 24 bits enough? Or will I come crawling back to the LTT screwdriver with over 60 bits at your fingertips? With the HOTO screwdriver having less than half the bits, will it feel like I'm missing anything? To test it, I carried the screwdriver around with me for a week, looking for anything I could potentially unscrew or screw. So I should have my bases covered because it comes with a selection of Phillips, flatheads, hex, and Torx. And to my surprise, it even comes with triangle bits, tri-wings, Y-shape, U-shape things, and even security bits. Not bad for a screwdriver with only 24 bits. Am I saying bits too much?
Now, outside of doing random DIY projects around the house and in the office, I've been using something that helps my creative projects. This is the Lian Pixcut S1, basically a mini printer that makes custom stickers. Yes, if you're into customizing everything in your life with personalized stickers, this thing makes it super easy. Setup is quick and simple, plus it prints and cuts all in one. I've been printing a variety of different things, including Thanksgiving stickers for the holidays, cute cat theme stickers that I use their AI feature to generate using photos of my cats, and even a phone sticker that fits my phone case perfectly. It's great for our little toddler who enjoys making her own art projects, but it's great for labeling tools around the house too. Our office has been such a mess that I've been using the PixCut S1 to make custom labels for things like Ethernet cables, USB-C cables, and all random toolkits too. Not only is it something that's practical, but it's also creative and fun. Everyone in your family can use it for their own projects, whether it's for labeling kitchen cupboards, making decorative stickers for dinner parties, as toys, or practical things like labels. There's a bunch of free creative templates directly in the app, or you can mix and match for your own style or theme. The stickers peel smoothly and leave no residue for when your kids decide to put stickers on your fridge as a decoration. And you don't have to go in and manually edit your edges. The PixCut S1 uses AI to auto-detect edges and cut images perfectly. So if you want to take a photo, print, and cut instantly, get the sale of the year with code 20PixCut to get your Lian PixCut S1 for 20% off in the description below.
So after using it on a variety of tech projects and things around the house, like taking apart the Steam Deck, messing with the framework desktop, taking apart a keyboard, fixing my glasses, and replacing batteries in toys, I've come to the conclusion that I'm not really missing the extra bits. Besides needing a fat Allen bit for some furniture stuff, I haven't needed anything other size for any other reason. Funny note, when I used the LTT screwdriver for furniture stuff, I couldn't even generate enough torque with a precision screwdriver, so I went for a normal Allen wrench instead. So I can safely say this thing has all my bases covered in terms of bits, which is a huge unlock. I no longer need to carry an extra suitcase of bits in my overpacked backpack. The smaller size feels like it's such a huge upgrade, and it's so cheap. Wait, they're cheap? At only $15, it feels like a steal. That can't be right. There has to be something wrong with it. So when you first pick this up and feel the weight of the metal screwdriver, it definitely feels nice, but not premium or anything. It feels like a $15 tool. I was a little worried the finish on it would scratch easily, but after scraping it with one of the bits, it held up alright. But other problems came up during my testing, and these issues you can't ignore. One of them is that sometimes the bits will get stuck in a screw when you pull the screwdriver out and the bit pops out. Especially if you really have to press and turn the screwdriver to get a screw out, it will dig into the screw and get stuck. So this is never a problem that I had with the LTT screwdriver, but now this one does. Does this mean that I should just stick with the LTT precision screwdriver? After investigating further, I think I figured out what's causing this. The double-sided bits. The bits don't get quite as much contact with the magnet, weakening how much they pull the bit back into the screwdriver, leading to the bits coming off. I really feel like I'm saying bits a lot. I tested this theory by putting a single-sided bit in the HOTO screwdriver, and sure enough, it was twice as hard to pull out. The double-sided bits just don't stay in as well. And on even closer inspection, you can really tell how loose they are because they wiggle when they're installed. You can actually hear it if I shake my screwdriver. A simple fix for this would be stronger magnets. For 80% of screwing, this isn't a problem, but I would like to see HOTO upgrade this. Also, when you pull bits out of the storage, sometimes if you brush the bits gently with your fingers, they can fall off, and it definitely gets annoying after a while. I haven't lost any of the bits yet, but I could definitely see this happening. I dropped the screwdriver once while swapping out the bits, and they scattered everywhere. I had to search for them like Velma looking for her glasses. It wasn't fun. So stronger magnets everywhere is what this screwdriver really needs. More magnets! And there's one problem the LTT screwdriver doesn't have. It's the magnets. This thing has magnets everywhere. In the case, in the tip, inside the hinge, and they're strong. If you really want reliability, it's hard to beat the LTT precision screwdriver kit. But the lack of magnets led to another problem. Since it's so easy for the bits fall off and to potentially lose them, after a few weeks, your bit storage may be dwindling down. So it would be nice if you had the option to buy more bits separately from the screwdriver. This would make the screwdriver more repairable if the inevitable happened and bits decided to go into hiding. Another nice thing would be if they sold a selection of bits, a wider selection of bits. So if you're missing a specific bit that you need, you could swap it out in the onboard storage. That would be awesome. But overall, I really like the HOTO screwdriver, and I will continue to use it as my EDC screwdriver. You'll just see me with it in my pocket and you'll think, what is that? However, I still think it's a good idea to have a precision screwdriver like the LTT one laying around somewhere in case you need it. So no, I don't think a precision screwdriver is a mistake or a waste of money, but I think an EDC screwdriver like this may be a better option for everyday usage. And this may sound strange, but I want to see a more premium option. What can I say? I'm a sucker for the nice things in life. While this one feels nice with a metal design, I want to see like a $40 version that's made of nicer metals a better finish, stronger bits, stronger magnets, where everything is just better. And I'd pay for that. So yes, I am obsessed with this simple tool, but it definitely has room for improvement. So HOTO, if you're watching this, make a premium version of this and send it to me. Thanks for watching my TED Talk, and I hope you enjoyed my new weird obsession. And oh, watch my video on the LTT precision screwdriver. That word is really hard to say.